So this looks like the most boring thing from Dollar Tree, but I'm about to turn this into 7 pieces of home decor that honestly look like they came from Pottery Barn or Serena and Lily. We're making wall art, cabinet inserts, table decor, storage, all from this $1.50 rug mat. So if you love budget decor that actually looks high end, you're gonna love this one. Let's get into it. When you first take it out of the package, there is a smell, so you might want to let it air out. But in order to paint this, the first thing you need to do is use some Mod Podge on top of it so that the paint will actually stick. So that is going to be the first step that I do. You don't have to paint yours, but you can see this is up against a piece of white poster board right now. It's pretty white. So if you wanted it to look like, here is actual real life cane. You can see it's a little bit darker. So I'm going to be using this color called Camel, and I actually already did a test piece. You can kind of see it's almost exactly the same color. And I also tried spray painting it. I didn't like the way the spray painted looked. I had a gloss spray paint in the color khaki, and I prefer this look. I'm using a rag to apply it because I don't want to ruin any of my brushes. It's going to be a matte surface so that the paint can stick to it. All right, I am starting with the biggest project first. I'm using an entire sheet. It's still not 100% dry, but I'm still going to work with it anyway. And what I've got is a piece of foam board that I cut to size. I am going to be making some panels to insert on my glass cabinet doors. I've been wanting to cover these forever, and I'm finally getting around to it with this DIY. So I've laid out this piece, and I'm just going to glue it to the foam board. And I'm actually just going to be using regular old tacky glue. And I'm just going to use clothespins to attach it for now. This is still really sticky. I might have to put like some type of top coat on it, like a clear spray coat, so it doesn't continue to be so sticky. And then we're just going to do the bottom piece next. And I'm just going to repeat that one more time because I have 2 cabinets that I'm doing this for. If you have plain cabinets or a hutch that feels boring, this is such an easy way to upgrade it. I asked my husband if he noticed anything different about this, and he said, "Oh, you added cane." And I'm like, that's actually not cane. That is from Dollar Tree. For my next project, I've got one of those beveled mirrors from Dollar Tree, and I already cut my rug underlay or my faux cane into pieces to fit around the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and paint these because I wanted to have that real authentic looking color. And remember, we're going to dab some glue, the Mod Podge on top of it so that our paint adheres to it. Like I said, the spray painted one was a little bit sticky when you cut them to your sizes, and do it this way, it's not so sticky. I'm just going to let it dry for a bit. Now I'm just going to start dabbing on the paint. All right, I've cleaned my mirror. And we're just going to place these where I want them to go. It's going to look so good. And I'm just going to start gluing along the lines of where it's going to be. That's okay. Hang this in an entryway, a bedroom, bathroom, or even on a dresser. It works with farmhouse, coastal, boho, so many different styles. I love this one because it completely changes the room without doing a full makeover. For this next one, this is super easy for those of you that have old mason jars. This is an old pickle jar, and I'm just going to cut a piece to wrap around my jar. So this is the piece that I cut, and I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like. I'm not going to attach it yet because I do want to paint this one too. And then I have some of this wood edging. You can get this at any hardware store or big box hardware stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. And this is really cool because if you ever do any wood projects, you can finish off like plywood to make a nice edge. And this is very thin, very easy to work with, and it's got an adhesive back. So you basically just use a clothing iron to attach it to any wood surfaces. So for this, I want to achieve a natural like cane look with a wood trim on the side. And so I'm going to cut this to fit around my vase, but I just want a tiny edge here. I don't want it to be thick like this. So I'm just gonna cut 2 small pieces like that. And so now you can see what it's going to look like when I put it all together. Just wrap the top piece around like that. But before I do that, I'm going to paint everything. So once again, we're going to start with some Mod Podge. Put that all over. Now I'm ready to paint it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of paint here to the strip of wood. So I want it all to match. All right, so this is dry. So I'm going to glue it in place. The wood strip by attaching the seams together. So I'm just carefully gluing it in place here, and I am using a detailed tip on my hot glue gun. This makes it so much easier to really get in there. We're gonna do the bottom piece. You could use this in a bathroom, in the kitchen, on a nightstand, or even on your desk. It works as a candle holder, like I'm using it right now, a vase, or just pretty storage. I love projects like this because it just makes everyday things feel so much more special. Okay, so I am actually losing daylight. And so for the sake of efficiency, I've already pre-cut all of the fake cane pieces and already put the, can't even think straight right now. I put the Mod Podge all over it, and then I decided to use this foam brush to brush all of the paint on it, and it's so much easier. So I just wanted to share that hack with you. I do have this on top of a piece of poster board because I knew I was going to be making a huge mess painting, but I'm just going to go ahead and paint all these pieces, and then we'll pick up on the rest of the projects. Now that all of my little pieces are dry and painted, I've got one of those larger wood rounds from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the top piece here. And I already had some of the rug underlay cut to size, and I Mod Podged it and painted it and let it dry overnight. And now I'm going to arrange it on my wood round. And I'm just going to start gluing it into place. And now that that's done, it already looks so cute, right? But I wanted to add some of the wood trim like I did on the vase to make it look realistic. And I painted this the same color too. So we're just gonna glue the pieces here at the top. And I also cut a slim piece like this to fit all the way around the edge. And this is gonna look so boutique after I'm finished with this edging. And so this might get a little messy, but I'm just going to start by gluing one side of it. Same khaki paint color. It's called Camel, actually. It's a little messy, but we're getting there. There we go. Now, another thing, and I just remembered this little strip of wood has the adhesive on the back. So you could have used like a little iron or like an easy press mini to attach it to the wood. Now time for the fun part. I grabbed some wood letters, and some of these I actually had to turn into, like this was a B, and so I had to cut it to look like an E, and I already painted them white. I also have this little piece of greenery that I'm going to place right here on the side. And I'm just going to cut this because I want to tuck it in here kind of like it's right there in the pocket. And I'm going to glue that into place as well. And you could use hot glue. I'm just going to use my tacky glue for this. And I'm going to go sit this out in the sun and let it dry. Or you could just let it dry overnight. I didn't have very many wood letters to choose a phrase, so I just went with, hey you. And so we're just going to glue these little wood letters into place. And it would be cute to have it say home or welcome or some other family name. That would be adorable. I could definitely see this being sold on Etsy with a family name. And to finish this off, instead of putting the twine back at the top, I have this really pretty ribbon. It's like a dark gold satin ribbon from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to loop that through the top here. So I actually had enough of the ribbon that I had to make a little bow to put right there. So we're going to glue that into place. I love this one because you can hang it on your front door, in an entryway, or even a hallway. It just feels welcoming without feeling cheesy. I personally love that it's neutral, so you could use this all year long. This is just one of those pieces that makes your home feel friendly. I actually was not happy with those white letters, so I went back over and I painted them the same color as the rest of the trim, and I think it looks so much better. Don't you? Let me know in the comments. Okay, quick pause. If you're enjoying this and you love budget DIYs that actually look good, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post new craft and home decor projects every week, and I'd love for you to be here. And let me know in the comments which project is your favorite so far. For this next project, I have a Dollar Tree wooden picture frame. I mean, it's not real wood, but you get what I'm saying. I've taken it apart because I'm actually not going to be using these two pieces. And I have a 4x6 Dollar Tree picture frame. So we're going to go ahead and take that one apart too. And I had already did the Mod Podge and paint on a pre-cut piece. And I'm just going to stick it. You can see there's already these hooks in the back here. And so I'm trying to get it so it kind of tucks into this piece here. Get it a little bit tighter, but we will be gluing it in place. So I'm just going to start adding glue on the sides here. Use some clothespins to pull it a little bit tighter. I wanted to put a little bit of hot glue. Sometimes I like doing the combo of the Aleene's glue with hot glue because hot glue helps it stay in place immediately, whereas the fast grab tacky glue helps it stay into place long term. Now we are going to flip this around. Going to stick this guy right on front, and I'm going to make sure these are straight. That looks so pretty. And we're going to flip it back over. Try not to move it around too much. And I'm going to push these little hooks into the openings here so it grabs that backing. All right, now we need to glue this together. And stay with me here. I know this is like looking kind of odd. So I'm just going to put glue all around here. And yes, I will be using hot glue as well. Now we're going to take some scissors and we're just going to cut the opening here. And I had this little printable, Dream, Make, Inspire. So we're going to put the piece of gloss back in there with my printable. And then put the back on it. And then we'll bend those little pieces right back over. This is perfect if you're working on a gallery wall or styling shelves. You could put a family photo in here, a quote, anything meaningful to you. I love that little bit of texture. It makes it feel so much more high-end. For this project, you are not going to believe what this is going to turn out to look like. I'm so excited about it. This is one of those little locker plastic bins from Dollar Tree. I went with this one because it didn't have any holes on the side. Since this has holes, you didn't want it to be like just overwhelming. I already cut a piece to size. And of course, the piece that comes in the package at Dollar Tree is not long enough to wrap around this whole thing. So I have to have an extra piece. And so what I'm going to do is start with some Mod Podge. And I'm just going to place that all over this basket. I wish I had used this with a lot of my crafts. I think it would have made it so much easier. So keep that in mind. If you're going to recreate any of these, Mod Podge is probably going to be the easiest way. So we're just going to go ahead and do the whole thing because then I'll be able to just wrap everything in the center. And I'm just going to wrap it right around. Now, because this does have an angle at the bottom, I'm going to have to cut those pieces. But you can see it's already starting to stick with that Mod Podge. So that is wonderful. Mod Podge is definitely the way to go. And again, I'm using my clothespins. So what we're gonna do is press this down, and I'm just gonna cut here. Then we're gonna turn it on its side and determine where the corner here meets. Sorry, I was covering the screen. And cut those pieces and just kind of smush it together. Now it's actually staying on there, so I'm impressed with the Mod Podge. Love it. Just putting a little bit more Mod Podge on there because I want to make sure my original coat isn't dried up. And I'm just kind of brushing it over top. I have one more thing I'm going to add to this. Okay, I took a large popsicle stick and I cut it to fit the front here and painted it the same exact color. So we're just going to stick that on top of that to make it look a little bit more boutique. It covers up that hole so you would never know this was a Dollar Tree locker bin. If you're organizing a pantry, a closet, a playroom, or even a crafts vase, this is such a good upgrade. It makes storage feel pretty instead of plasticky. I love that I can stay organized without feeling like I'm looking at bins everywhere. For this next project, I've got a couple of gold chargers from Dollar Tree, and I already cut some of the rug underlay pieces to fit. They're not perfect circles, just so you could see. And I'm going to use some Mod Podge all over the inside of this. And I didn't paint these because I just thought the color of the paint didn't really go really well with these gold chargers. I thought this white color had more of a contrast. So we're just gonna glue those in place. I only got 2 of these because I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, but we'll see as soon as it's dry and set up on a table so you can see how it looks. All right, now I'm gonna let these dry. If you love decorating for the holidays or hosting, you could use these for Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, really anything. They instantly make your table feel a little bit more put together. I love that I can pull these out anytime I want, and it feels a little extra without spending a ton. I hope you guys heard my little note about using Mod Podge for a majority of these projects. Definitely give that a try. Instead of going the hot glue and the tacky glue route, I think you will save yourself a lot of trouble. And if you want all of the supplies, the measurements, and the step-by-step instructions, I have the full blog post linked below. And if you love crafting and organizing like I do, you'll also love to join my YouTube members. It's where I share exclusive projects and printables and SVG files every month. So you can hit the join button right below the video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps to support my channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next project. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.